only one way this ends. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Raymond James Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Now he's loose, got a left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 39 yards there, a big one.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Otten on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And as we watch this young man play, let's never forget, he's a rookie quarterback. That means he's going to go through the inevitable growing pains. Like any quarterback, he's going to have to adjust to the speed of the game because things fly in the NFL. Every snap, absolutely invaluable for long-term development. Nothing like game reps in order to improve in this league.
2nd down and 8. Throwing, Shuck. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Shuck now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, Kai Kroger on to punt for New Orleans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. Emeka Buka. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Once again, it's Irving. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So that battle, that was won right up front.
And we're used to seeing those battles right up front, but we're used to seeing a lot of defensive tackles or more run stuffers and just play the spot where they are. How about these dancing bears we see nowadays that win the battle and then go upfield looking for runners?
And this is Shepard on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mayfield looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs lead this here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, They should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Gets around him. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Man, I hope these races to treat you guys well so far. I hope we're off to a good start.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They finally, truly, right tackle. Good corner out, right down to John. Fastest assignment is in. It's all happened. Bro, I can't tell you how long, well, I can tell you how long I've been waiting for this game. You like to... What? I've been waiting for this game so long. Like, literally, pretty sure the trailer came in 2018, like December, and I commented under that video the day it came out. Like, I was ready for Hypedown in 2018. And to put that into some perspective, let's have a little look at what I looked like in 2018. I don't hold on now, but here, sat down with the boys, let's get into the game. They gave me the union for winning 149. Luckily, they reserved the name for me, Kevin Green, which is my high school username, stat for me, so we're going to just use that. Rest in peace to Dorian Boulder, you'll be remembered. Here we are. Okay, we're going to make an avatar. Whoa. Should we make it look like him? I think that makes sense. Or maybe we make it look like Minecraft skin. We'll do that. Yeah, got abs. Definitely got abs. Oh, dude. They're like a tuxedo. Oh, bro. What a team. Oh, cool jacket. There you go. Yeah. And an undercard. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, that's the one. Bro, it's good. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, we're there. Really. Oh my. Yeah, that's the one right there. I think I look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Here we go. I'm entering the lobby. Actually happening, bro. 2018, we got this thing announced. For a little there, it looks like it was never going to come. We're here now. Okay, it came up saying first echo of the woods or something. Here we are. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We'll look around, we're going to explore. Oh,
That's complete. It's Chris
Oh,
Godwin.
so just stone rubble.
He's going to get
So
this
just
one
break
down
everything.
into the
So
red
this thing
zone.
shines, beautiful. Don't be all
Pick up there,
press empty.
26
Woo!
yards.
Woo!
Good strong throw.
Yo, this is
catch
actually
right there.
cool,
So
bro.
far in
This is
game,
sick.
the
So like, just
alleys
go and
have been
explore.
open
Is this
for
just
them
like?
to get
I mean, I'm not
completions,
gonna
and they're taking
try
advantage of
this
it.
thing playing. Oh my god, the music is majestic. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and try to compare this game to Minecraft all the time, but there is some obvious comparisons here. Essence of Nevermind going to area. A form of overflowing. What does it do? That thing over there? There's an NPC! What's up, my brother? Oh my god! We're friends. I don't think we're friends. Oh, this is not true. Why is this in the game? Is this the person I can sort of like take on with my team?
You better prevent a completion.
Nope, I don't think so. Well, this is just not good. What a good start. Can I go hide back in this building, bro? In the cave? Who are you, bro? I thought he was going to give me like free quest or something. Oh shit, now I'm in the cave. Oh my god.
Mike Evans, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
Are you happy? You just made fun of a new guy?
Moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
What did he say? I don't really lose too
So
much progress,
Charles,
did I?
that's 3 touchdowns on 3
What am I
drives, and it's
supposed
just
to
been
do?
an offensive.
Okay, so is there any wood here that I can... I'm going into this assuming it's similar to Minecraft, I'm thinking I just mine some wood. That's that.
No
How
surprise that
am I
they're leading
supposed to
right
make
now.
any progress when you play hard
Throughout
can't?
this ball
Or did he
game,
get
and no
played?
signs of slowing down.
McLaughlin for the
Bro,
extra
when you get
point.
in the door! Bro! Yeah, I just noticed this over here when I was trying to run away. Nope, I thought maybe it was armor. I think it's just a statue. Oh, I have the stuff for a
And
pickaxe.
it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown
The 6
reception.
plant 5. I didn't even have to mine wood. Okay, so I can probably... Oh yeah, we've been mining that now. I don't really want to like vandalize this area too much, but like maybe I should go to West Ham. He's gone. I'm gonna beat him with my new pickaxe. I think we get a sword, definitely, and I need rubble. I'm assuming this is rubble. Beautiful, bro. I'm kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, CD, you kind
What
of feel
was
like
that,
they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're
I
down
think that
3
was
scores, and I know we're
okay.
in the
It was the
first
sound of
half.
me moving stuff in my inventory. I didn't know that made noise. If you forgive me for that little slip up, I'm gonna go beat this guy up. I'm not gonna lie. He gave it to me when I had 0 weapons. I didn't even know he was in. He didn't really hold back. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna get out of revenge. Hey, they want to talk about it now when I have a weapon? Yeah, filthy little man. Oh, you're actually getting your ass kicked, huh? You haven't hit me yet. Are you gonna get me? Okay, he didn't get the ball. We'll see how to get a hit right in. What did he give me? Linen scraps. That's a mature looking carrot. Alright, we're in. Done like this. Be like carrot. Oh, what the hell? Oh, who's that? Did he pull in? Oh my god. Yeah, filthy boy. In the hole. Hole in one. Wait, are they fighting down there? Oh, is that like a fight? Oh, are they battling?
They'll get this out to
Or
Camaro.
is it just a me? Oh, well, they both not. But I'm assuming these are what kills them. So, is this a chest? This is a chest? Oh, my shield. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at the guy. Anyway, should we go beat these chickens up? Are you gonna give me meat? Oh, yeah. I'm in the seedling wood. Anyone know what I'm supposed to do in seedling wood?
And that is going to be incomplete.
Oh, my
As he
God.
let him a bit too much.
Good.
The touch and time are critical for those types
This is a
of throws.
terrifying game. Ow!
Needed just a little bit more
Venom
finesse
sack.
trying to get it
They're
to his
doing these little
back.
ball sacks. Okay. Are we going to the cave or what, gamers? Here we go.
Well, they
This can
face
only
a
end well.
3rd down and 4 after that incompletion.
More than just me. Who are you? Playing 5.
From the gun, Shock.
What the hell? Oh, I don't have that much help, honestly.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over
Hey,
what
that's
to do
pretty chill out.
next.
I'm kind of got the meta position here. Oh!
This offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like
Oh.
this. It's been a difficult
We
first
were
half for them, to
covered.
say the least. And I do believe if they want
Oh,
to get
they gave me
back
like
in this
14
game,
million
they
health,
need to
bro. What's
start
going
right
on?
now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until the half,
And I spawned back.
it's probably too late.
I
They
don't
need to
even
get
know
going
where
right
I'm
here.
going. I was in this direction, I think. Oh, there's a shack.
Again, it's Shock.
Dude, this game is terrifying. Bro, Oh my god. Get him in the corner. Good ball. Yeah, sit down. Truth nice. Did that. Let's start charging. Ready?
That's the kind of big play you like to see. This first half,
oh my god, that is the biggest spot I've ever seen. Oh yeah.
To perk them up a bit, and they get one here in the passing
game.
game.
Oh my god. Honestly, just have all of that. Yeah. How does that feel? Oh my god. I'm not even scared. I can take it here. Oh my god, they're going to do that. Never mind.
Short one caught by Johnson.
The pressure was giving up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught.
All right, what's going on, dudes? And welcome to Hightails. This has been a very long time in the making, so I couldn't keep you waiting any longer. Let's make our first one. Let's call it a Hero's Journey. Bonus points if you get throwback. I'm going to keep all the settings standard and just see how it goes. This is lunch day. I actually downloaded really quickly and smoothly, so I was really impressed with that. Good job on the server hosting, whoever you're using. Here we are. The first gate of the Echo in the Emerald Wild.
We start off so after putting around 12 hours into Hightail since the launch, I think I finally understand what this game is, and more importantly, who it's for. Because Hightail isn't just a Minecraft 2, and it's also not going to replace Minecraft for everyone. This is an early access game, it's not finished, and even the developers themselves have said it's not the game they ultimately wanted to be yet. But despite that, I've generally been impressed, so in this video I want to give you my honest review after 12 hours and talk about what Hightail does really well, where it clearly needs work, and whether I actually think it's worth the $20 price tag right now. My first impression of Hightail is pretty simple. It's great, but it's obviously not complete. That said, the foundation is absolutely here. There is a real sense of wonder when you first start playing. It honestly reminded me of the first time I ever played Minecraft. That feeling of stepping into a world where you really don't understand everything yet that you want to explore. At the same time though, it doesn't feel as bare bones. It leans much more into its Terraria and Valheim-style RPG mechanics, with structured progression, tougher enemies, and systems that feel deeper right from the start. Even after just a few hours, I felt like I was constantly discovering new mechanics, new crafting paths, and new regions to explore, and that's a really good sign for an early access game. So let's get straight to the big question. Is Hightail worth $20 in its current early access state? And in my opinion, yes. The game is surprisingly stable, it runs smoothly, and there's already a lot to do. This doesn't feel like one of those early access games that basically is a tech demo.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando Studios.
It really feels like a real game that
recap
is
of the first half,
finished.
which has been
I've played
strongly
plenty of early
one-sided.
access
This is
titles
heading
that are
towards
missing core
blowout
systems or
territory
feel
unless they
borderline
can come from
broken,
behind and
and
get
Hightail
themselves a
honestly feels
victory.
more
Let's
polished
find
and
out what
easier
happens
to
in the
beat
second
than
half.
almost any
Let's go
early
back out to
access
the
game
commentary
I've
team,
played.
Brandon Godden
Even though the
and Charles
developers
Davis.
are being very open about the fact it's not done. Could it use more content? Absolutely. Does it need bug fixing and balance passes? Definitely. But for $20, I've already got my money's worth, and I'm only 12 hours in. Now, we have to talk about the Minecraft comparisons because it's kind of unavoidable at this point. Roughly 80% of Hightail's DNA is the block-based world, survival loot, crafting, exploration, it's all very similar. And I want to be very honest here. If you don't like Minecraft at all, I'd probably avoid Hightail for now. That remaining 20%, the RPG systems, deeper combat, and extra mechanics probably isn't enough to completely change your mind. However, if you enjoy Minecraft, or you're on the fence about it, or you've always played modded Minecraft because vanilla felt too shallow, Hightail is an easy recommendation. It feels like a modern version of Minecraft with a lot of features you normally have to mod in. Deeper combat, better movement, more advanced building tools, and more structured progression. One thing Hightail absolutely nails is movement and controls.
Walking, running, jumping, and even flying in creative mode feels just right. Being able to jump higher than 2 blocks and climb up edges makes moving feel fast-paced and fluid instead of clunky. All controls are fully rebindable, which honestly shouldn't be impressive in 2020.
Oh, so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Approximately 2-ish weeks ago, I got shot, and I just sort of wanted to make a video talking about it, because it's my YouTube channel. I can more or less do what I want with it, so if I want to talk about an experience, I'll just talk about it. I don't know how I'm going to format this video yet, whether it'll just be a black screen and I just talk podcast style, or maybe there will be some B-roll, or maybe I'll do some drawings to help illustrate what I'm talking about. What you'll probably find during this video is that I am probably partly to blame for being reckless, dumb, I guess, to an extent. I'll explain why later. So to set the stage, I'm already kind of nocturnal a lot of the time, usually sleeping during the day and at night. And so on this particular day, I was up late at night and I wanted food. So I decided I'm gonna walk to get Subway. There were a couple reasons I chose to walk instead of like ordering DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. One, save a little money. 2, I already sit around a lot all day, so it's like an excuse for me to sort of jog or at least walk, get some exercise in. But also, I kind of like the weather. I like all seasons. I like fall, I like summer, I like spring, I like winter. So on that day, the weather was kind of like winter wonderland. It was snowing. It was that soft, that perfect snow. Snowball equals snowman. So that was one of the first things I immediately noticed when I walked outside. It was like, oh, it's snow. This feels nice. There's not much to say about my walk to Subway. I walked and was admiring the snow. I walked all the way to Subway and went in, got my order of food, and walked out. It was pretty straightforward. It's funny, I noticed one of those like scooter thingies, like Lime scooters, that you can kind of just like rent out, ride around. And I was thinking, oh, it might be fun to just like ride around because there's like no cars out. Even though I live in the city, cars still become less frequent late at night. So it's like this would be neat if I could rent this right now and ride around in the snow. And when I tried to, it was rejected because it was out of battery. It was like, oh well, I enjoy the snow, so I'll just, continue my walk back home. And while I was walking home, I'm still admiring the snow. So I became less aware of my surroundings. And at a couple points, I stopped and started to record the snow with my phone. Like I said earlier, you're going to see the parts where I'm partially to blame for being a bit reckless. The first big one, obviously, is me going out very late at night. How late? It was like 2 a.m., 2:10 a.m. So that's on me, obviously. And the second thing is me being less aware of my surroundings. Not only that, picking out my phone. So, not great street smarts going on right then and there. In my head, it's like, I didn't see any cars or anything. I didn't see any people around. It was basically like vacant, just me in the snow. So I stopped a few times to record the snow. So I'd stop on one block and record the snow, and then I'd stop like right under a light and record the snow passing in front of the light. And, I walk a bit forward, and I see a car pull up at the end of the block away from me. I don't get this car in the shot, so I stop recording. And almost immediately after I stopped recording, I noticed that the car did not keep moving. So I stopped for like a moment. And these aren't long moments. This happened very quickly. These beats are very short. I stopped and, like, when I noticed this car didn't keep moving and people got out. I saw at least 2 people get out of that car, and it looked like they were looking at me. And sure enough, they were. So I quickly start to piece together what's about to happen. It immediately clicks when they yell at me. From a distance, they yell, "Hey, what you on?" And I don't know how, distance from me, I don't know how, but my brain picked up on the fact that
the one that was shouting, I assumed he was the one that was shouting. It was kind of hard to tell because there was more than one because it's far away. But I could see something in his hand, and my brain immediately said, that is a gun. So, you know, it's that moment. It's that fight or flight. Now, obviously, me, a singular person who is unarmed, can't fight multiple people who presumably all have guns. So, it's flight. I run. I immediately just run. I don't say anything back. I run. I ran to my left because that was where the nearest cover was. Right? I ran into the street because there were cars there. So if they wanted to, you know, shoot at me, they would have to move so I would be in view again. Maybe that saved my life. Maybe whatever. Maybe there were better. The other option would be to turn my back, which in my head is not a very good idea. And after I started running, one of them yelled, "Don't run." Hey, don't run. And immediately after saying don't run, I hear shots start ringing out. I'm almost at the alley, and I hear maybe 2 or 3 shots. Maybe more, but that's all I processed at that time. And sure enough, one of them hit me, and I felt immediately. I felt something like go right into my leg. I felt the impact. No immediate burst of pain. You probably think adrenaline or whatever for that. But I knew I had been hit. And that was probably where my fear hit its peak, because at that moment, I was certain, like, more shots were going to come and I was going to die right then and there. I thought one was going to just hit me in the head or throat, chest. And so without thinking, 2 words left my for my life. No, please. Those were the only 2 words I got out. Pretty much right after I got hit, I had made it behind the building into the alley. And thankfully, with whatever adrenaline was going through me, I was still pretty much sprinting with a hole in my leg. Not for very long, though. I did not want to stay running in a straight line and be an easy target. I saw a fence immediately around this apartment building, and I jumped that fence. And I cleared it very quickly. But immediately after clearing that fence, I guess adrenaline decided it's not going to be enough anymore. And so I couldn't maintain a full sprint anymore. I slowed down and started to limp. And the fear died. No, keep moving. I felt at this speed, I wasn't going to, I'm just a target, an easy target. So I looked for a place to hide. See a little stairwell in this apartment building, and so I immediately go into the stairwell so I could be out of view, because the guys, since they were at a distance, all they know is I went out. They don't know which fence I jumped. After I jumped the fence, they don't know where I went. So my thought is get out of sight. And so I'm hiding in this stairwell. I'm still thinking I'm gonna die. Right, like I can no longer run at full speed. I have this hole, which at this point where I could look is leaking so much blood, and it's starting to come forth, and I was gripping my leg, and so I'm like panicking. I'm thinking, oh God, they're gonna follow me. They're gonna jump over the same fence. I don't know. They're gonna see a trail of blood and find me, and I'm gonna be cornered. I'm gonna have nowhere to go since I'm in this stairwell. And so I will die right there. And, you know, it's like, I remember thinking, I don't remember if I said it out loud, thinking it was just like, why? And I knew, like, it wasn't some grand plan, or this wasn't for a reason. It was just like, I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's not like, it's not about me specifically. I'm just here, and there's no bigger meaning to this, but it's like, why me? It's like this all my entire life, like, not being involved with any sort of gangs or anything, and I'm still gonna be the victim of gang violence. So I'm still in this stairwell. I'm still in this stairwell, and I guess it was warm enough somewhere. You know, even though it was snowing, it was still warm enough for some water dripping somewhere, I think. But my brain didn't process it as water dripping. It was a steady pace, so I interpreted it as footsteps in the snow, like slowly approaching. And so that spurred me into action again.
I looked at where it was, and there's this gate at the bottom of the stairs, and it's locked. I move closer to it, I like jiggle it around, I like force my way in, and near the bottom right, I can apply a torque to it. It's like giving way enough where I felt I could squeeze past it, and I do. I force myself under it, and keep in mind, I'm thinking they're approaching, so I need to get through it, and it feels like a horror because my jacket gets caught, and I'm like pulling against it, and I'm like I'm pulling all the strength my body has, and so like I pull it out, and I didn't know it at the time, but like I had basically tore my jacket, tore it right through it, and it's like, okay, I'm in here, it's a locked thing, they presume that if I'm not there, and it's locked, I must be somewhere else, or whatever. I don't know. I was still worried about just getting out of sight. So, they probably heard the gate jingling, or whatever. So I need to keep moving, so I crawl, and I'll try and put a visual to help describe what I'm talking about with this space. It's hard to visualize. So there's a gate to go past that point, so I'm completely out of place. And I'm just waiting, silent, listening, and I hear the steady dripping, and now I finally process, like, okay, I think that's just dripping water, and they aren't here. They didn't come after me. Well, I guess the threat is gone, except my leg. So much. There's so much more. I don't work in the medical field. All I know is you can die from like arteries in your leg, like cut open. So my thought was, I'm going to bleed to death. It's like, okay, I'm bleeding, I'm in pain, I'm feeling like lightheaded as well, and it's starting to even feel a little sleepy. I'm laying there on the ground, blood still pouring out, and so I'm thinking, like, a few loved ones keep mine. I think it even escaped my mouth, like I became like a child again. I was like in a fetal position, and I think I didn't call out, I didn't yell out, but like I whispered, "Mom," and eventually like I snapped myself out, like focus. Like, you have phone, use phone. And initially I wanted to just call my mom, and it's like, no, call emergency, like call 911, idiot, keep a level head. What's going on? And I'm like, I'm all like, I can barely talk at this point. I'm not crying, but like my voice, like the way I sounded, I might as well have been crying. Yeah. And so the operator's like, okay, we're gonna get you to forward you to the fire department or whatever. I don't remember the exact words, but they asked for my location. So I was like, I'm not quite sure. I'm between this point and this point, and the horror strokes like continued. There was no response. I'm saying, I was waiting for a response. After a while, I was like, hello? I'm like clicking my phone, and I realized what happened. My phone had died. It ran out of battery just as I was in communication with emergency services. The worst possible time. And so, right back into panic mode, thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna bleed to death here. It's like, think. And so I'm looking at my leg, and there's just so much blood dripping out. And sorry if this is a little graphic, but like I could have sworn there was like a solid chunk of something that like came out. I'm assuming it was bits flesh, like torn muscle, maybe part of skin or whatever that the bullet tore through, that I saw like in my blood. Pant leg was entirely soaked in my blood. It was, in my shoe. It was everywhere. And so I'm trying to think. So I'm in a lot of pain by now. The adrenaline, it's probably still there, suppressing a lot of it, but like it's enough pain where I don't want to move. I remember thinking I just want to go to bed. I'm tired, but I'm still trying to think. And I look at my hands, and so I take off my left hand leg, attempt to wrap it around my right thigh, and try and make a tourniquet. I'm not sure how it's said, sorry, but basically I was trying to wrap it around my leg to cut off blood flow so I wouldn't send more blood. Good idea in theory, I guess, but I have no medical training. I don't know how to make a proper tourniquet. My thought was just tie it tight, and I couldn't even do that. I didn't have the strength for it. It was cold, and I was losing strength. I attempted to tie it, but even then I knew that was no good. And so I still lay there, I guess, for a bit, thinking, looking around. I see a door. I try jiggling the door. It was locked, of course. Okay, this is an apartment, or they've got something somewhere. So I look around and I see a little ledge. And it's been 2 weeks at this point, and believe it or not, it was a high-stress situation, so I don't remember if I called or if I was able to get my feet. I want to say I was able to get my feet and limp over to this ledge. I make it to the ledge and I climb on top of it. I see windows, so all over to the window and I break it. I'm attempting to break and enter to reach people, and of course, on the other side of the window, it's just wood. I tried hanging on the wood a bit, see if I can push it. It's a no-go. Again, once more, I'm thinking, this is it. Everything I try just keeps not working. I'm doing my best, trying to think myself out of this situation, and it's not working. But I didn't give up. I literally said to myself, think. Think. I'm looking around, I'm trying to think, formulate a plan, and I see an even higher ledge. But it's not just a ledge, it's a railing. Elevated above me are the stairs that reach the actual apartment space, aka where people would be. So I crawl towards it, I stand up on my one good leg, I reach above me, and thankfully I don't weigh a whole lot, so I was able to pull myself up using just my arms and to keep climbing a bit because it's a railing, right? So I have to almost climbing up the monkey bars. I make it over the top, basically using just my arms and kind of almost like a worm going over.